So today we'll see the morphology of Euphlyctis hexadactylus, which is commonly known as green pond frog. It was earlier known as Rana hexadactylus. Now the name has changed. Why it is known as hexadactylus? It is due to the rudimentary sixth digit in the hind limb of this frog. In Greek, hexa means 6 and dactylus means digit. So this frog is endemic to India, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. You can see it from the map. And coming to the morphology of this frog, it is commonly known as green pond frog, Indian green frog, and Indian five-fingered frog. You can see the color of the frog, the upper side, on the dorsal side it is green in color. And of course you can see the pale yellow vertebral stripe line found from the snout to the vent region. And on the underside it is white or yellowish white in color. The body of the frog is divided into two parts, that is axial region and the appendicular region. In the axial region you can see the head and trunk, and in the appendicular region it is formed of two pairs of appendages, that is the forelimb and the hind limbs. Then the body is, of course, it is streamlined body. You can see the mouth at the tip of the anterior end, and it is on the just behind the mouth. You can see the external nares of the nostrils. It is anterior openings for the entry or the exit of the air. And a pair of eyes are present on the top of the head. Like our eyes, it is also composed of upper and lower eyelid. But one difference, it is upper eyelid, it is not movable, whereas the lower eyelid is movable. It is having the nictitating membrane, a transparent membrane, which helps to clean the surface of the eye. You can pull it over the eye. Then another important feature you can see is the brow spot. It is a circular spot at the anterior level of the eyes. It is nothing but a mark left behind the eyes after the skull development of the frog. Then next important feature is the ears. Like you cannot see any external ear like us. That is the exclusive feature of mammals. But you can see a tympanic membrane. And it is covering the eardrum, and it helps in the transmitting the sound waves to the inner ear. And this trunk ends in anus or vent. That is the most posterior opening found at the median and the posterior end of the trunk. And the next region is so that completes the axial region. Next one is the appendicular region. It is formed of forelimbs and the hind limbs. Forelimbs actually just provides the support to the frog when it is at rest, and it is formed of three divisions, that is the upper arm region or the brachium, then the forearm region or the antebrachium, and the hand region. Hand is formed of this wrist, palm and digits. And the hind limb region, it is important. It is well adapted for leaping or jumping and the swimming of the frog. And this one ends in foot. It is also formed of three divisions: thigh or the upper leg, shank or the lower leg, and the foot. It is an elongated region. Foot is a very elongated region. The foot is divided into tarsus, metatarsus, and the web digits. That is the main difference between the upper limb and or the forelimb and the hind limb region. The foot is having webbed structure in the hind limb region, whereas it is not webbed here in the forelimb region. You will learn more about this when we deal with the skeletal system. And next important feature is the sexual dimorphism. What do you mean by sexual dimorphism? It refers to the difference in the external or morphological difference that exists between the male and female of the same species. These are not all Euphlyctis hexadactylus. Here you can see the females are larger than the male. That is the first sexual dimorphic feature. And next one, that is males are having the external vocal sacs. It helps in producing croaking sound. Must have heard this croaking sound during the rainy season. That is to attract the females. Then the third sexual dimorphic feature is the presence of nuptial pad. This is the nuptial pad. This appears during the breeding time in the first forefinger of the frog. So these are the three sexual dimorphic features. Then coming to the skin of the frog, it performs three major functions. That is, skin is protective in function. That is, it protects entry of disease-causing microorganisms. But also it helps in escaping the predators by performing camouflage. That is, it slightly changes its color according to the surroundings. Then it is also respiratory in function and is always kept moist to facilitate the exchange of gases between the atmosphere and the body fluid. Then it also helps in controlling the body temperature. And coming to the structure of the skin, it is formed of outer epidermis and the inner dermis. Upper epidermis is further divided, or it is composed of two types of cells, stratum corneum and the stratum malpighi. Stratum corneum, it is the outermost cells. It is actually dead cells. It is periodically shed. Whereas stratum malpighi, it is composed of actively dividing cells. Almost all the cells of the epidermal region are formed from this stratum malpighi. Then coming to the inner dermis region, it is formed of connective tissue, blood vessels, nerves, mucus glands and collagen fibers, which provides elasticity to the skin. These mucus glands are very important. As I have told you, the skin is always kept moist to facilitate respiration. This mucus glands provides mucus secretions that is poured out in the epidermal layer, and that helps to the skin to keep moist. Then of course you can see the chromatophores